Hello everyone, hello. So in today's video we're going to be, I'm going to be here so that you guys can ask me questions on the math, the reading, anything that you want to know about tomorrow's SAT. So take the opportunity to ask a question in the chat and I will go through it. If you want me to just go through questions, I can do that as well. Just go ahead and put any of your questions inside of the chat and we will get started. Again, if you're looking for some help on your SAT exam, feel free to put a question down in the chat and I will answer them for you. Make sure that you add your questions in the chat and I will go over them. I know today is the last opportunity you have to study for your exam, so if there's some last minute advice that you need, feel free to include that in the chat and I will answer your questions. Welcome everybody who's here. If you have any questions about the upcoming SAT, include them in the description or in the chat and I'll do everything that I can to answer your questions. So I guess we'll just start going through some of these math problems, and if you have any questions then make sure to include them. So for number 1 we have 5x plus 6 equals 10. To get x by itself, first we're going to subtract 6 on both sides. This is going to give us 5x equals 4. And then we're going to divide each side by 5. This will give us x equals 4 over 5. And the whole point of this question is to find the value of 10x plus 3. So 10x plus 3, we know that x is 4 over 5 plus 3. 10 times 4 over 5 is going to be 2 times 4 plus 3, which gives us 8 plus 3, which is 11. For number 2, we have a system of equations, x plus y equals 0, and 3x minus 2y equals 10. Which of the following ordered pairs x comma y satisfies the system of equations above? The first step is we're going to get x by itself for the equation on top. We're going to do that by subtracting y on both sides. That will give us x equals and then negative y. We still have 3x minus 2y equals 10. Since x equals negative y, we're going to plug in negative y in for x. This will give us 3 times negative y minus 2y equals 10. 3 times negative y is negative 3y minus 2y equals 10. Negative 3y minus 2y is negative 5y, and that's going to be equal to 10. And if we divide both sides by negative 5, we get that y is equal to negative 2. We know that x equals negative y, and we know that y is negative 2. And then negative 2 gives us that x is going to equal positive 2. So we have that our ordered pair is 2 comma negative 2, which is B. Tell me what you think the answer to number 12 is. Try number 12 on your own and then tell me what you think the answer is. Try number 12 on your own. If you just joined the live, make sure that you try number 12 and tell me what you get in the comment section. Include what you get for number 12 in the comment section. Try number 12 on your own and then tell me what answer you get in the comment section. If you're new to the live, we're working on number 12 right now. Try it on your own and tell me what you get. We will go over it as soon as I get an answer in the chat. So try number 12. Include your answer in the chat. If you're new, we're working on number 12. Put your answer in the chat. As soon as I get a response, I will go over how to solve this question. I appreciate that, Philosophia. I really appreciate your message. Thank you. So we're here working on number 12. As soon as I get a response for number 12, I am going to go through the answer. If you have any SAT related questions, include that in the chat and I will try my best to answer it. Let's see if anybody can solve number 12. Alright, I'll go ahead and go through number 12. We have r equals f over n plus f. The first step is to multiply each side by the denominator on the right. So we're going to multiply both sides by n plus f. This will give us r times n plus f is equal to, and then n plus f both cancel. And that will leave us with f. Next, we're going to distribute the r. This will give us r times n plus r times f equals f. If you look at the answer choices, you can see f equals, f equals, f equals, f equals. When the letter that we're trying to get by itself appears on both sides of the equal sign, that's where we are right here. You have to put them on the same side. So we're going to move RF over to the right side by subtracting RF on both sides. This is going to give us Rn equals F minus RF. Now that we have both F's on one side, we can factor them out. This will be Rn equals F times, if we factor out an f from this first term, we'll have 1 minus, and if we factor out f from this second term, we'll be left with r. And the last step to get f by itself is to divide both sides by 1 minus r. And this gives us that f is equal to Rn divided by 1 minus R, which is B. So if you thought the answer was B, you were correct. Alright, next we're going to try number 14. Let's try number 14. Try number 14 on your own. Put your response into the chat and I will answer the question. All you have to do is put an answer in the chat and I'll explain how to solve number 14, whether you get it incorrect or correct. Try number 14 on your own, put your answer in the chat. You guys can do it. Remember that we're on number 14. Try it on your own. Put your answer into the chat and then I will work on the answer. Last call, if you're working on number 14, put your answer into the chat and once that is done, I will go over number 14. Alright, we'll go through it. So number 14, a radioactive substance decays at an annual rate of 13%. If the initial amount of the substance is 325 grams, which of the following functions F models the remaining amount of the substance in grams T years later? So the format of this type of equation is going to be F of T equals the principal amount, however much of whatever they're talking about is there in the beginning, the initial amount, sometimes referred to as the principal, times 1 minus, plus or minus, the rate of growth or decay raised to the power of T. Now, if the example that they're discussing talks about a growth, exponential growth, we would use the plus. If whatever they're talking about talks about decay, we're going to use the minus. Since we're talking about radioactive substance decay, the formula we're going to use is P times 1 minus R to the power of T. The rate that they give us is 13%. And then the initial amount of the substance is 325 grams. So we're going to get F of T equals the principal amount is our initial amount, which is 325 grams, 325, times 1 minus our rate of 13%, all raised to the power of T. Next, we're going to subtract 1 and 13%, which gives us 87% raised to the power of T. And this will give us 325 times 0.87 to the power of T, which is answer choice A. So now we're working on number 7. So try number 7 on your own and put the answer into the chat. Alright everybody, nobody's joining the stream. It's pretty late. If you come across this video and just so happen to watch the whole thing or skip to the end, make sure that you watch my video on 100 SAT problems. I go over this one closer to the middle/end. So I'll catch you guys in the next one. If you have any questions, include it in the comment section in that video, and I'll make sure to take a look at it before I go to sleep tonight. And if you're watching this video before you take the SAT, good luck. I'll see you in the next one.